Welcome again to the Melling Law YouTube channel, where we talk about different estate planning topics for Utahns. Today, it's the first week of February. Valentine's Day is in a week. Love is in the air, so naturally, we're going to talk about prenups. Now, a prenuptial agreement is something that you definitely want to look into if you have children and you're going to get married again. If you don't have kids, you don't have assets, and you're going to get married, not a big deal, probably not necessary. But if you have children from a previous marriage, by getting married, you essentially are signing off part of your estate to that spouse when it comes to inheritance law in Utah. Regardless of what a will or trust might even say, your spouse has what's called a spousal elective share and can elect against that will or against that trust and is entitled to at least a third of your estate, if not more, and that's where it gets a little more complicated. But I guess the simple thing to remember is that if you already have kids and you want to make sure that regardless of what happens, that they are going to get most, if not all, of your estate, then you want to make sure that before you get married again, you have some kind of prenuptial agreement in place. And it's pretty simple. All you have to do is disclose all of your assets, make sure that everybody, meaning each side of the marriage, comes together before the marriage and has full disclosure of the existing asset structure, and that you're essentially foregoing that elective share as to each other and any kind of other inheritance rights you may have. That's really all you've got to do. And that's going to protect your children in inheritance, to make sure that as much of your estate you want to go to your children is actually going to go to them rather than necessarily to the new spouse. Now you always have the option to leave as much to your spouse as you want, but that way your hands aren't tied in how much you leave to your kids. So love is in the air. Talk about a prenup over Valentine's dinner and get that in place before you get married again. Thanks for listening this week. You can always reach us at mellinglaw.com or on 435-572-0807.